The real aim of life. Srila Prabhupada. This movement is especially meant to enable a human being to reach the real goal of life. Bob. The real goal. Srila Prabhupada. The real goal of life. Bob. Is the real goal of life to know God? Srila Prabhupada. Yes. To go back home, back to Godhead. That is the real goal of life. The water that comes from the sea forms clouds, and the clouds fall down as rain. And the actual goal is to flow down the river and again enter the sea. So we have come from God, and now we are embraced by material life. Therefore, our aim should be to get out of this embarrassing situation and go back home, back to Godhead. This is the real goal of life. After attaining me, the great souls who are yogis in devotion never return to this temporary world, which is full of miseries because they have attained the highest perfection. That is the version of Bhagavad Gita. If anyone comes to me, Mam Uptaya, he does not come back again. Where? To this place. Dukhalyam Asashvatam. This place is the abode of miseries. Everyone knows, but they have been befooled by so-called leaders. Material life is miserable life. Krishna says, God says that this place is Dukhalyam. It is a place of miseries, and it is also a Shashvatam, temporary. You cannot make a compromise. All right, let it be miserable. I shall remain here as an American or Indian. No, that also you cannot do. You cannot remain an American. You may think that having been born in America, you are very happy. But you cannot remain an American for long. You will have to be kicked out of that place, and your next life you do not know. Therefore, it is Dukhalyam Ashashvatam, miserable and temporary. That is our philosophy. Bob. But when you have some knowledge of God, then life is not so miserable. Srila Prabhupada. No, some knowledge will not do. You must have perfect knowledge. Janma karma cha may divyam evam yo vetti tattvata. Tattvata means perfectly. Perfect knowledge is being taught in Bhagavad Gita. So we are giving everyone in human society a chance to learn Bhagavad Gita as it is and make his life perfect. That is the Krishna consciousness movement. What does your science say about the transmigration of the soul? Bob. I think that science cannot deny or affirm it. Science does not know it. Srila Prabhupada. Therefore, I say that science is imperfect. Bob. Science may, though, say something. It is said in science that energy is never destroyed. It is changed. Srila Prabhupada. That's all right. But how the energy is working in the future? That science does not know. How is the energy diverted? How, by different manipulations, is the energy working differently? For instance, electrical energy, by different handling, it is operating the heats and it is operating the refrigerator. They are just the opposite, but the electrical energy is the same. Similarly, this energy, living energy, how is it being directed? Which way is it going? How is it fructifying in the next life? That they do not know. But in Bhagavad Gita, it is very simply stated. You are covered by a dress, by a shirt. When this shirt is unusable, you change it. Similarly, this body is just like a shirt and coat. When it is no longer workable, we have to change it. Bob, what is the we that has to change? What is constant? Srila Prabhupada, that is the soul. Bob, from one life to the next. Srila Prabhupada, that is the soul. I, what you is speaking, you, what I is speaking, identity, Atma or soul. Bob, my soul is different from your soul. Srila Prabhupada, yes, you are an individual soul. I am an individual soul. Bob, you have removed yourself from karmic influences. If I was to remove myself from karmic influences, would our souls be the same or different? Srila Prabhupada, the soul is of the same quality in all. You are under a certain conception of life at the present moment, and these countrymen of yours, the Krishna conscious devotees, were under a certain conception of life, but by training they have taken to another conception of life. So the ultimate training is how to become Krishna conscious, that is the perfection. Bob, if two people are Krishna conscious, is their soul the same? Srila Prabhupada, the soul is always the same. Bob, in each person is it the same? Srila Prabhupada, yes. Bob, pointing two devotees, if these two are Krishna conscious, are their souls the same? Srila Prabhupada, the soul is the same but always individual. Even if one is not Krishna conscious, for instance, you are a human being and I am a human being. Even if I am not a Christian, even if you are not a Hindu, still we are human beings. Similarly, the soul may not be Krishna conscious or he may be Krishna conscious. It doesn't matter. But the soul is the soul. Bob, can you tell me more about this? Srila Prabhupada, soul as pure spirit, all souls are equal. Even in an animal, therefore it is said, Pandita Samadarshina. Those who are actually learned do not see the outward covering either in a human being or in an animal. Bob, if I may ask another question on this. Srila Prabhupada, yes. Bob, I have considered the soul somewhat as part of God. At times I think I feel God. I am here and you may say God is here. So if the soul is inside me, then should I be able to feel God inside me? Not all of God, but Srila Prabhupada, part of God. Shyama Sundar, how do we know when we are pleasing God? Srila Prabhupada, when we see Him, then you will understand. Just as when you eat, you do not require to ask anyone whether you are feeling strength or your hunger is satisfied. If you eat, you understand that you are feeling energy. You don't need to inquire from anyone. Similarly, if you actually serve God, then you will understand God is dictating to me. God is there, I am seeing God, a devotee, or God's representative. Srila Prabhupada, yes, devotee, it comes easier. Srila Prabhupada, you have to go through God's representative. Yasya prasadat bhagvat prasadat. By the mercy of the spiritual master, one is benedicted by the mercy of Krishna. If you please God's representative, then automatically God becomes pleased and thus you can directly see Him. An Indian gentleman, how to please God's representative? Srila Prabhupada, you have to carry out His orders, that's all. God's representative is the Guru. He asks you to do this, to do that. If you do that, that is pleasing. Yasya prasadan na gati kutopi. Without the grace of the spiritual master, one cannot make any advancement. If you displease him, then you are nowhere. Therefore, we worship the God. Shankhnad dharitvena samstha shastrera vande guru shri charanarvindam. The spiritual master is to be the honored as much as the Supreme Lord because of his being the most confidential servitor of God. This is acknowledged by all revealed scriptures and is followed by all authorities. Therefore, I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of such a spiritual master, who is a bona fide representative of Lord Krishna. The Guru should be accepted as God. That is the injunction of all Shastra. Bob. The Guru should be accepted as a representative of God. Srila Prabhupada. Yes, the Guru is God's representative. The Guru is the external manifestation of Krishna. Bob. But different from the incarnations of Krishna that come. Srila Prabhupada. Yes. Bob. In what way is the external manifestation of the Guru different from the external manifestation of, let us say, Krishna or Chaitanya when they come to earth? Srila Prabhupada. The Guru is the representative of Krishna, so there are symptoms of who is Guru. The general symptoms are described in the Vedas. A Guru must come in a disciplic succession, and he must have heard thoroughly about the Vedas from his spiritual master. Generally, a Guru's symptom is that he is a perfect devotee, that's all, and he serves Krishna by preaching his message. Bob. Lord Chaitanya, he was a different type of Guru than you are? Srila Prabhupada. No. Gurus cannot be of different types. All Gurus are of one type. Bob. But he also an incarnation at the same time. Srila Prabhupada. Yes, he is Krishna himself, but he is representing the Guru. Bob. I see. Srila Prabhupada. Yes, Bob. And then Srila Prabhupada. Because Krishna was God, he demanded, Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam vraja. Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. But people misunderstood him. Therefore, Krishna again came as a Guru and taught people how to surrender to Krishna. Shyama Sundar. Doesn't he say in Bhagavad Gita, I am the spiritual master? Srila Prabhupada. Yes. He is the original spiritual master because he was accepted as spiritual master by Arjuna. So what is the difficulty? Arjuna told the Lord, I am your disciple, and a soul surrendered unto you. Please instruct me. So unless he is a spiritual master, how does Arjuna become his disciple? He is the original Guru. Tene Brahma Hridaya Adhikavaya. It is he only who first imparted Vedic knowledge unto the heart of Brahma, the first created being. Therefore, he is the original Guru. Bob. Krishna. Srila Prabhupada. Yes, he is the original Guru. Then his disciple Brahma is a Guru. Then his disciple Narada is a Guru. Then his disciple Vyas is a Guru. In this way, there is a Guru Parampara, disciplic succession of Gurus. Evam Parampara Praptam. The transcendental knowledge is received through the disciplic succession. Bob. So a Guru receives his knowledge through the disciplic succession, not directly from Krishna. Do you receive some knowledge directly from Krishna? Srila Prabhupada. Yes, Krishna's direct instruction is there. Bhagavad Gita. Bob. I see, but Srila Prabhupada. But you have to learn it through the disciplic succession. Otherwise you will misunderstand it. Bob. But presently you do not receive information directly from Krishna. It comes through the disciplic succession from the books. Srila Prabhupada. There is no difference. Suppose I say that this is a pencil, If you say to him, there is a pencil, and if he says to another man, this is a pencil, then what is the difference between his instruction and my instructions? Bob, Krishna's mercy allows you to know this now. Srila Prabhupada, you can take Krishna's mercy also, provided it is delivered as it is. Just as we are teaching Bhagavad Gita, in Bhagavad Gita Krishna says, Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam vraja. Just give up all other forms of religion and simply surrender unto me. Now we are saying that you should give up everything and surrender to Krishna. Therefore, there is no difference between Krishna's instruction and our instruction. There is no deviation. So, if you receive knowledge in that perfect way, that is as good as receiving instruction directly from Krishna. But we don't change anything. Bob, when I pray reverently, faithfully, does Krishna hear me? Srila Prabhupada, yes, because he is within your heart, he is always hearing you, whether you are praying or not praying. When you are doing some nonsense, he is also hearing you. And when you pray, that is very good, welcome. Bob, to Krishna's ear is praying louder than nonsense? Srila Prabhupada, no, he is all perfect. He can hear everything. Even if you don't speak, even if you simply think I shall do it, then he hears you. Sarvasya chaham hardi sannivishta. Krishna is seated in everyone's heart. Bob, what does that mean? Srila Prabhupada, he supplies everything to everyone. He is supplying food to everyone. So he is the Father. So why should you not pray? Father, give me this. Just as in the Christian Bible there is Father, give us our daily bread. That is good. They are accepting the Supreme Father. But grown-up children should not ask from the Father. Rather, they should be prepared to serve the Father. That is Bhakti. Bob, my questions you should solve so nicely. Srila Prabhupada, thank you very much.